Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Power Rangers review for you today. This is from the Legacy Collection. This is Ninja Storm Blue Ranger. I love the design of the packaging here with the Ranger on the front, the kind of blue lightning and everything. Now as you can see, these do come with a Build-A-Megazord, and she comes with the right arm and leg of the Ninja Storm Megazord. She is part of the first wave, which you can see here on the bottom consisted of Mighty Morphin Red and Green, and then Ninja Storm Red, Blue, and Yellow. So it shows she comes with the right arm and leg, Yellow comes with the left arm and leg, and then Red comes with the torso and head. So pretty cool there. Like I said, I love the packaging. Not really anything going on the bottom, but you have real nice open window packaging here on the sides, and then top, pretty basic as well. Yeah, but so far I've been loving the Legacy line. This is the first female Ranger in the line because she's the only female Ranger in the first wave. So let's go ahead, we'll pop her out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright, so this is everything you get in the package here. I'm going to go over the Zord parts real quick just because there's not too much going on with them on their own. Here is the arm, obviously, of the Dolphin Zord, which I have to say looks pretty good. Molded nicely. Get a little bit closer in here. Basically, there's a spot for a ball joint. That's where it's going to connect to the torso. There's a little simple hinge here in the elbow. There's not any movement other than that in the elbow. And then there's like a ball joint in the hand, but it's a little limited because of how it's kind of sunken in a little bit to the head of the dolphin. So it can move a little bit, but the fist is closed anyway, so it's not like it has any accessories or anything that it's going to wield. So there's not really a whole lot of reason to have the fist move all that much. But pretty basic articulation on the Zord arm. Putting that off to the side, we have the Zord leg here. You have a ball joint in the ankle where it connects right there. Then you have a ball joint here you can see right there for the knee, so that moves all around, and then there's going to be a ball joint that connects in there when you connect to the torso. So I mean, it's a decent leg, not really much going on, you know, nicely painted. I definitely think that the detail on here is nice, the gold on the foot. Otherwise, it's a leg. So putting the Zord parts off to the side because can't really do much with them for the rest of the review. Moving on to the figure herself. It's a very nicely detailed and well-painted figure, I have to say, and a lot of nice points of articulation. She does have the skirt, which is kind of a solid plastic piece. It has a slit up the side on both sides, and I don't know if it's mine, and maybe over time it'll loosen, but it's kind of a solid, rigid plastic, so even though it has the slits, it's kind of hard for me to get the legs to do anything else, and I'm sure the more I kind of push it, it's giving a little bit, and you can get a little bit farther. So it's just one of those deals where you have to kind of just play with it. The more you play with it, the more it should loosen up. But otherwise, it's a fantastic figure. I mean, it looks great. Whoops, well painted, well detailed. You can see here the black and gold right below the knees, I should say. And then you have the kind of nice textured, let me get a little bit closer so you can see that, the kind of chainmail pieces that they have for the arms and for her legs, being a girl. The males don't have that on their legs. But it's really nice, it's textured, it's gray, it looks fantastic. You can see the gold here on the wrists. The Morpher is molded in. If I can get a little bit closer there, you can see that, the Wind Morpher. Looks really nice. Has the symbol there on the chest. And if I can get a little bit closer so you can check out the molding on the head. You can see the dolphin is molded in there to the crest. Nice paint and molding there on the helmet. Just a really nice job all the way around as far as paint applications and molded in detail. I'm really impressed with it. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint so that can go from side to side, as well as a swivel in the neck. Pretty much normal shoulder joint here where you can go up and down, but also all the way around. Then you have a bicep swivel. You have a single joint in the elbow for 90 degrees. Then you have a kind of forearm swivel here where the cuff meets the chainmail piece. And then you have the normal wrist joint where it can go up, around, plus the hand itself is on a ball joint. So a lot of articulation in the hand and wrist. And that's for both arms. And of course you have this middle swivel here, this kind of bicep, or not bicep, abdomen rotation, I should say, as well as waist movement. So you do have both, which is nice. And then, like I said before, the feet are on ball joints, but it's just tough because of the skirt piece. And then you have the 2 points of articulation in the knee, which is very smooth. Very nice job there. And then you have the boot rotation where the blue meets the black. Then you have the up and down ankle, as well as side to side. So you can definitely get some nice poses. If I can zoom back out here. It's a little difficult with the skirt, but you can definitely get some nice poses. There's a lot of articulation with the figure. And it's just really nice. The color blue is so vibrant and beautiful, and all the paint apps just really make it look fantastic, in my opinion. She does come with 2 weapon accessories. The sword on its own, which looks good. You have the red hilt with the gold and black paint there, and the silver for the blade. Very sharp. That can fit into either hand. Pretty simply, you just kind of have to get it in there. There we go. And then she does come with the sword in the hilt, or scabbard, whatever, not hilt, scabbard or sheath, I should say. You cannot remove this. It's not like you could just remove this, like, even if the sword couldn't attach, like, I understand that the sword can't fit in there, but if this was just 2 pieces, like this red hilt or handle, just pegged in, and you could just remove it, because there is a peg here on the back of it, so you can go ahead and pop it here in the back. There's a hole on her back you can pop it into very easily, so you can see that she's, got it on her back. And it would be nice if you could just pop off the red handle for when she has this piece in her hand, and then if you want to put this piece off to the side and peg the red handle back in, I understand that they didn't do it, and it's not that big a deal, but I feel like it would have been a nice compromise. I completely understand that the sword can't actually fit into the sheath. I mean, that would be above and beyond. But if they just had this red hilt, just have a little peg that it just pegged into a little hole here on the sheath, so you could just unpeg it and put it off to the side when she's holding the sword, and then just put the sword off to the side and peg it back in if you wanted her to look like she has the whole sword on her back. Now, on the show, they also used this as a cannon when it was in the sheath. So, of course, you can go ahead and do that. You can take this sword out of her hand and put this in. I'm probably putting this in upside down, but... And then you can position the hands in such a way. I'm not super great at posing figures, but do something like that. And she can wield it as a gun. So like I said, there's really a lot of great articulation here. There's a lot of nice detailing. The little snafu with the accessories is the only thing I could really think to complain about. Otherwise, it's a really great figure. All the joints are nice and fluid. I don't feel like anything's too brittle like I sometimes feel with Marvel Legend figures. The detailing and the color and the paint is all really perfect. Like I said, the only thing I could think to complain about is the fact that, the sword in the sheath and the sword by itself don't really have a way to interact with each other as far as pretending one's in the other or anything like that. But again, it's a minor complaint. It's not even really worth complaining about. It's just, if I could make an absolutely perfect figure, in my opinion, I would add some kind of functionality like that. And you can obviously put this on if you want her to be left-handed and have the sword over her left shoulder, or be right-handed and have the sword over her right shoulder. Obviously, either of those choices can be made. Very simple. It's just a simple peg on the back. So yeah, I really, really like this figure. I think she looks fantastic. Once I open the other two, I'll be able to utilize these pieces, and I'm sure that Megazord figure will be pretty cool to check out. Sorry about that, my camera cut out a second. But yeah, summing up, this figure is great. All the figures on this line so far have been pretty fantastic. I don't really have any major complaints. Like I said, the small little thing with the weapon would just be a little nitpick to, in my opinion, make it absolutely perfect. But there's no reason you should not pick this figure up. So if you're a Ranger fan and you're looking for the definitive figures to collect, I definitely recommend the Legacy Collection, and I definitely recommend Ninja Storm Blue here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Ninja Storm Blue Ranger from the Power Rangers Legacy Collection, and thanks for watching.